Hey, okay, so in the Irresistible Confidence Blueprint, we talked about how to enter a public place, how to enter a room, and how to make your way around that room so that you're noticed and people are aware of you and you come into a room with presence. So I won't go into that now, but last night I was out. My buddy James and his girlfriend went out by themselves, and I didn't really want to be the third wheel, so I just went out by myself. And there's a story here that I thought you'd really like and be able to pick up some tips from. So I went into the place and did just like I teach you in the Irresistible Confidence Blueprint, and then I'm seated down. And next to me is this girl that I spotted who was, by all accounts, stunning. Now, for me, I got to tell you that, because everybody's tastes are different, but for me, a girl that is fashionable is money. And very great posture. She sat with her back erect, and she just had a beautiful, petite body, right? A waist about the size of a Cheerio. It was great. And she wore this white fur type of jacket thing. And so I just said, hey. And she was with this huge crowd, right? Like probably 12, 15 people that are in this group for this girl's birthday party. So I just kind of started a conversation by saying, this jacket is fantastic. There must be a story. Well, that's not particularly great. There's nothing particularly charming or magnificent about that. But here's what happened. She began to talk to me and averted her attention from her table and began to banter with me about the fact that there was no story, that she is just fantastic, which was great. So we chatted up a bit, etc. Now, here's where the story gets interesting. I was wearing a blue zip-up hoodie. You may have seen it in one of my other YouTube videos. And it's cool. I like it, right? Got it at Urban Outfitters. And she looks at me and she goes, you're not from here, are you? I said, no, why? She's like, because you're wearing a hoodie. So here she is, like, knocking me, right? And I was like, well, what's wrong with that? Well, the place that I'm in is Newport Beach. And I guess nobody walks around Newport Beach. No guys do in a hoodie. At least that's what she told me. Well, here is what was really interesting. There's all sorts of schools of thought of what you could do. And I just kind of rolled with it. And I was like, oh, so you're saying I don't have any fashion sense? And the banter kept going. And it turns out that she's married, so I don't really, I don't go that route. That's not my style. But it was still enjoyable to chat with her and have, like, flirty conversation. Well, here's what happened next. She was getting ready to leave, and she came over, and her whole crowd is leaving. She gave me a hug, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm only going to give you a proper goodbye if you first apologize for insulting my fashion sense. And this was awesome. Here's this girl, by all accounts, bro, is beautiful. Way better looking than me. Like, if you want to use the term out of my league, which I don't believe in that, but I know that's a term that makes sense to a lot of people, she would have been. And here's what she did. She averted her eyes and couldn't even look at me and got this little smirky grin and was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult your fashion sense. And it was obvious that there was this cute little demure kind of action. Why did that happen? Well, it wasn't because I was dressed well. And I'm in a very, very rich part of town. Everybody that she was sitting with was wearing Rolexes and dressed to the nines. I am there in a hoodie, which she took note of, as the story tells you. But what she recognized was presence. What she recognized was confidence. What she recognized was this intangible that was very attractive. So the moral of the story is the presence that you bring, the presence that you bring into whatever situation you're in does way more for you than the right lines, the right clothing, or having the right, pick up things to say, or even being great looking, or even being rich. So anyway, I thought that story would benefit you. I thought you would like it, and use the tools in Irresistible Confidence Blueprint, because those are the same tools that I used to go from being a guy who didn't go through puberty until I was 18 into being a guy who can walk into a room and command presence. And you can do it too. So I'll see you later.